The Grow Garden update just got canceled. And in this video, we're going to be going over why exactly the real reason behind it getting canceled, as well as all the information you need to know regarding when it's going to come out and how it's going to look like. Typically, when an update comes around, there is actually a timer on your screen right above the shop timer. And I mean, it literally looks like the game is about to update in 7 hours because this is when the event actually ends for things like the team event over here. And the Candy Blossom has been gone for a few days. So what really happened, man? The first response actually comes from Jandel because he is the one who decided to cancel the updates coming. Jandel posted this at 1 a.m. after I've already made my update video saying, "Jandel here. Unfortunately, I am not happy with how the B event is looking. I am going to delay it. In the past, me and the team would have just stayed up all night trying to rush something out. But I think one of the biggest mistakes we made in the past was releasing rushed updates. I don't want to do that anymore. And honestly, the B update is probably our biggest update ever. It's almost like a whole new gameplay loop." Now, as y'all know, I did actually announce that this was going to be the biggest upcoming update into the game, and it truly is. I did get to play it, and I've made a complete update video regarding the event. And we are also going to go over tons of leaks based on what is currently in the updates versus how it could possibly look like in the future. So stay tuned. It's going to be in this video. But Jandel didn't want to release it, and he said instead, "We will announce the new release date soon. I am thinking either midweek, like Wednesday, or releasing it next weekend." This would basically mean that we are not going to get an actual update where there is content outside of the Easter stuff until possibly Friday. And if I'm going to be honest, it will most likely be in the weekend. If Jandel is feeling very generous, it could possibly be in the middle of the week. But oftentimes games do not update at that time because they want to have all of their audience. I don't know about you guys, but if you're going to school, I don't want y'all having to wake up and it's like final season. So like people are taking their final test, and I don't want y'all having to play a Grow a Garden update because the devs decided not to release it on time. So with that reason, I will say it is probably going to be next weekend if I were to take a guess, but it could still possibly be Wednesday. And then he said this: "I am sorry, but at the same time not. If I thought this update was good enough for the community to enjoy, I would release it." Then he said this is a new era of gag. Once again, we got probably like golden era number 3 of only banger updates. So it's supposed to be a banger, and so although some may be disappointed, I promise the B update will be epic. Now, what are my thoughts about it from someone who has actually played the event, unlike 99% of the community right now? Fortunately, I am actually a tester inside of the Roblox group, meaning I do get to check out the updates as soon as they happen. And similarly, I got to check out this B event, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought the B event was really good the way it was. And we're gonna go over tons of leaks because from what I had seen in comparison to like the Easter update that we have here, I thought the B event was already 2 or 3 times better as how it was. But apparently that was not enough to satisfy Jandel. So let's see what was coming, and I'll let you guys have a thought of your own about it. Although I can't show you the update myself, I can show you leaks that have actually fully gone public, such as this one right here. This is actually a cutscene that you would get if you played the Bizzy B event. As you can see, it's basically this bee going up to Sam. He's saying sorry. You should be sorry for not having an update, but yeah, you get the point. It's a cool little short cutscene. But you're probably wondering what is so cool about this event that I really thought was really nice. For beginners, one of the brand new things we were actually getting was this thing called the skill tree. You're probably wondering it is, but it basically allows you to follow onward into new paths and upgrade different tiers of stuff. So it's basically like an upgrade machine, except you have to go in order, and it's really cool. You would pay for these and upgrade different parts of your bee garden, and it would be like your compressor capacity, your bee speed, your compressor speed, your bee capacity, and your pollination amount. You would spend the honey coins that you would earn by compressing honey, similar to how you did in the previous Bizzy Bee event, and you would be able to get these upgrades. And it was such a cool system. This was a completely brand new thing we've seen in the game, and this was the first time they were ever going to show it. And if you've ever actually played a game like Bee Swarm Simulator, you're going to really notice the leak I'm about to show you next. Here's one of the other leaks. This one says bees, bees, bees. And as you can see, this single guy right here has a ton of bees around him. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like 16 bees. And this update was an update where you would just get a bunch of bees, similar to kind of how you have pets, except they will go and attack all different kinds of stuff inside of your garden and give them mutations and stuff. It was really cool. They would also have this egg shop right over here where you are able to buy the bee eggs. Now, obviously the bee eggs are not in here, but it would be in all of these spots right here. And every few minutes, the bee eggs reset and you're able to purchase them, take them back to your garden, and actually hatch them in order to get some better bees. All the bees did different stuff, whether it was different speed, different quality, or other kinds of things. And you would get a whole brand new garden in order to do this in, so you were not forced to use the garden that you currently have here. But also the best part about that was that you could use your old seeds. It was not like the Easter garden where you can only plant the seeds that are found inside the Easter shop. In here, it says these seeds can only be planted in your Easter garden. However, in the bee event, it was going to be to where you could plant anything, anywhere. You would just have to get it pollinated in order to compress it. And for example, here's one of the bees, right? This one right here, it's actually a mythical bee called the princess bee. And every 60 seconds, this increases the pollination quality of your strongest bee in your swarm by 4 for 15 seconds. And as you can see, it has different speeds, different pollination qualities, rates, and rarity. The bees would even be able to interact with each other, making the other ones better, similar to how pets kind of work. You know how some pets give XP to others? Well, this one would boost others in different ways. Now, with this update not happening, Jandale did say, I will still do an admin abuse and make sure it's OP. So this is obviously probably going to be a type of admin abuse where it's better than the rest, because honestly, dude, the developers kind of messed up, in my opinion. I really thought the update was pretty good the way it was, but hey, if they're going to make it better, I'm all up for it. But with this entire admin abuse replacing this update, there's probably going to be tons of alien apples, egg snappers, without a doubt, because it is going to stay for a little bit longer than the time it was supposed to. And I'm pretty sure this team event here is still going to end in the 7 and 42 minutes time that has left. Candy Blossom is already gone, so honestly, there is really nothing to play for, and I probably will not be touching Grow Garden until the updates, and I'm so excited to show you guys what they really have in it. And I should mention, the developers tried their best. They actually went ahead and set it to Saturday, May 2nd at 5 p.m. The reason why they did this was so that, you know, they could give themselves more time. Typically, for me, in my time zone, it comes out at 2 p.m. And this time, it was going to come out at 5 p.m. So the developers did give themselves a few more hours to try and squash down on everything they wanted to get added in before it. But clearly, Jandale wanted to, you know, take even more time and make sure it's the best of the best. I'm not going to lie, though. I cannot complain. I'm excited to see how it is. And instead, I'm just going to go ahead, spend some time ascending here. That way, I am able to upgrade some of my capacities. For example, I highly recommend, before this update comes out, that you guys go ahead and upgrade this thing called the plant inventory capacity upgrade. It basically makes it to where you can hold more plants inside of your inventory over here, and I would say it's a very important thing for this update. Jandel did also make a TikTok talking about how it's not the team's fault at all, and it's more so his fault because he had some wacky ideas he was trying to get implemented last minute. And so they are going to still try and push for Wednesday to the weekend. And bro, why is Slim Jim over here talking still W Jandel? Like, I agree, but why Slim Jim? At the moment, the Bizzy Bees 2026 update has been set for Saturday, May 9th. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of stuff that I was talking about earlier in this post. And you can see that this update brings the 2026 Bizzy Bee event, a new bee event with unique twists, plans, rewards, and a lot more. And they do say admin abuse will occur with all new weather and more, of course. And this is the pollinator, as you know. It is the same exact machine coming back in. However, there's a bunch more differences that come in the back. They don't really show it, but there's things like this massive upgrade tree. This is the same exact one that I was showing you earlier, where you are able to upgrade different aspects of your plants, and you basically just make your bees a whole lot better, and you're able to earn a whole lot more honey coins. And fun fact, this is probably going to be considered one of the last times you can actually get the egg snapper seed, which is in the shop here, unless, you know, the developers don't release the update on Wednesday, because then there will also be a watering Wednesday and they probably stock it then. But the reason why I'm saying that is because this thing was actually going to get replaced with a brand new seed that has some perks on it. There was this new limited time pollen vine seed that would do the same thing as your bees. It had a special perk, but it was also a seed itself, so you could sell it for money. And this would actually replicate some of the things that your bees did. And I'm pretty sure this thing was insane. So obviously, I can't wait for this one to come in too. Yeah, as you can see, ability occasionally mutates nearby fruits with pollinated fare. And you're probably wondering why it says pollinated fare next to it. With this update, your bees would actually be able to get different types of pollination tiers, such as poor, fair, good, or even godly, which was the best one. And I'm pretty sure they are still going to keep parts of that. That is, I think, one of the coolest things about it. Your bees can make your pollinations better and stuff. And honestly, that sounds very hype, bro. And obviously, there is going to be a honey coin shop specifically for this event. It basically just allows you to buy seeds. But there is one bad side about this. I really hope that's not why the developers delayed the update, but I do have to say that the honey coin shop, aka the Easter shop, kind of similar to it, didn't really have any good seeds. And hopefully the developers, since they are taking more time, they implement better seeds in that. I thought it was really useless, and there's no reason to actually buy the Bizzy Bee event seeds. Since you could already use the seed shop ones, they should have implemented some better seeds into the honey coin shop. But hopefully, since they are taking a whole lot more time, they are able to implement something like that. Personally, if I were a part of the developers, which I am not, of course, but I probably would have not delayed the updates. And that's simply because I thought this update was already the best update inside of the game by far. Fortunately, the update time would have been very late, so players wouldn't have had to wake up super early. But, I mean, the game's active player count is at 112,000. And I feel like them delaying this update is going to jeopardize the potential that it actually has to go back up. The last few weeks, the game's player count has gone up tremendously, and I really just hope this is to stay, because the last Saturday update we got was obviously not the very best, and I really just hope the developers are able to pump this back up and, you know, continue this new era of Grow a Garden, or whatever Jandel wants to call it. Let me know if you guys are still excited for this update, though. I would definitely take this time to finish the Easter shop, get whatever you finally wanted to, you know, get as a last minute thing, because it's all going to be gone very shortly. I mean, I personally might as well go over here and spend my Choco coins. And I should also mention that when this update ends, your Easter garden is going to be deleted. So if you want to keep whatever seed or do anything with it, make sure you do that before the event is gone, because it's not going to matter afterwards. And use the admin abuse that the developers do in order to stock up on different types of cans, gears, and stuff like that. It's going to be very important for this event. But actually, I should mention, you cannot use gears inside this event, so sprinklers will not work. But you do still want to stock up on reclaimers and stuff like that. So just come over here to the crafting shop and make some reclaimers. I believe it's here. Yeah, here it is. It's very easy. You literally just need a common egg, a harvest tool, and 500,000 shekels. It'll allow you to reclaim your plants and stuff for whenever you want to place it somewhere else. So I think it's very worth it because you will be able to place your transcendent seeds inside of the honey event update. And also either age break your pets or level up your pets using level up lollipops. I think that's always important too. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and watch this one on the screen right here. I went to pick it for you myself because I really think this is a way better video and it's way more exciting. So pick it fast because this video is about to end. And until then, make sure you're subscribed so as soon as this update comes out, I make a video. And hurry up, click it. Until then, bye!